rousing renditions of both national anthems. A look at all of today's fixtures. Italy taking on Wales. Well, England face Ireland at Butts Park Arena in Coventry. Our match here, 2 o'clock kickoff, BST, 3 o'clock local time at the Stade Maurice Trélu in Tarbes, in the southwest of France. It's France against Scotland. Sides going through final stages of their warm-up, and French coach Guillaume Lafont makes 4 changes to the side, which defeated Wales 76 points to 5 in round 1. Marie Bouchardot and Anna Danielle pair up in the second row. Lou Robaume again the captain at number 7, with Marie Morlong, French international, at number 8. Charlie Goya has a new centre partner, Anemon Talalua. Jade Gamon comes in the right wing. An 18-year-old Elig Treguet, who scored 3 tries against Wales, switches from outside centre to fullback. For Scotland, Louise Dalglish makes 7 changes to the starting side, defeated by England. Imogen Spence comes into an old Glasgow Warriors front row alongside captain Megan Highland. Lucy Finch and Meryn Gunderson are added to the back row. Scarlett Down retains her place, a late replacement for Gemma Bell. And Emily Norval, Hannah Smith, Lisa Brown and Millie Warren all added to the back division. 4 changes on the bench for France. Staisha Sutcliffe, a new face, at 16 for Scotland. Look out for Nicole Flynn, wearing 23, scored both of Scotland's tries against England in round 1. Referee for this afternoon's match, Gianna Vilhone, the South African Rugby Union, a member of the World Rugby's Talent ID programme, and it's France who get the match underway. A beautifully judged kick is coming down on the Scotland 10-metre line. Bounces kindly for Scotland, and it's Emily Love. Sweeps the ball away, again pairing up with Poppy Mellenby at half-back. That's first possession for Scotland inside their 22. Scarlett Down going to secure possession. Scotland just a little slow getting to the breakdown there, but there once more for Love. The break by Mellenby. Played much of the season, the Celtic Challenge season, at fullback for Glasgow Warriors. Moved forward to fly half, where she is a very accomplished player. Scotland going through phases here, but not making much headway. Tackle coming in from Anemon Talalua, who scored a try off the bench last week, and Scotland backpedaling here, getting perilously close to their own goal line. Now they look to clear the ball upfield. Bounces just in the field of play. Referee says play on. It's the number 8 Marie Morlong, 2 French caps, won her debut at last year's World Cup, and France looking to go wide and strike early in this game. 10 metres out, they break down the blind side. It's the captain, Lou Robaume. 21-year-old. Well, there's a space at the side of the breakdown. A dart by Lilou Pedusseau. The scrum half almost there. France looking for an early try. Miley Smilegui goes close, and the try is awarded. It's the Lucid prop, Miley Smilegui, who goes over. With the game only 2 minutes old, they struck against Wales after only 2 minutes, and they have done the same to Scotland. Here at the Stade Maurice Trélu.
Just said 11 pink offside.
Miley Smilegui, the Bordeaux Lucid prop. It's head down, charging into 3 Scotland players, and did well to get that ball down. Scotland going through several phases inside their 22, opting eventually to kick. from the return. France go over for the opening score, converted successfully. And with only 2.5 minutes on the clock, it's France 7, Scotland 0. Any hope that Scotland might have felt coming out of the changing rooms has been quickly punctured by France. And Scotland doing well to win back their own restart. Charlotte Russell in there playing. Captain Megan Hyland in there. Poppy Mellenby just shoveling that ball along the line. Easing the forwards. Now they have a little bit more space down that right flank. Taken into contact by Lisa Brown. Edinburgh Rugby at Edinburgh University outside centre. Can't be taken cleanly by Meryn Gunderson. Scotland still in possession. And Emily Love again, it can't be taken cleanly by the Scotland forwards. Backpedaling again in the face of fierce French defence. Forces the knock on, and it will be a French scrum around the Scotland 10-metre line. Poppy Fletcher wearing 1. Glasgow Warrior. One of 4 players who played against France in the Under-20 Summer Series back in 2024. The only other meeting between the sides at this level. 4 players still featuring for Scotland today and 6 for France. Megan Hyland, the Scotland captain, another player in the starting side, and away go France again. And the pace down the right flank, that is incredible by Alice Grandhomme. The ASM winger races down the touchline, and that is a fantastic individual effort by the France winger. All came from the scrum. Scotland disrupting possession. Morlong gets the ball away to Lilou Peruso. 3 Scotland players on hand, but not one of them could get to Alice Grandhomme. She races away, scores the second France try. A perfect start for the home side. Charlie Goya, who kicked 3 conversions when taking on kicking duties in the second half a fortnight ago against Wales, is once again accurate. 2 tries, 2 successful conversions, and France lead by 14. Another look at it here from a different angle. These Scotland players just didn't quite have the pace to get there. As France strike from the scrum, and here they go again from the restart. This time it's Marie Morlong. Inside ball from Amalia Bazola. Looked like it might well have been forward. Ailey Tregoe. As Grandhomme touches down, but will come back for the scrum. Forward pass by France, but looking dangerous every time they get ball in hand. Emily Love again wearing 9 for the Scotland Under-21 side. It's our club rugby with Watsonians, recently converted from wing to scrum half. Our trajectory has been impressive, wearing that 9 jersey. Featured in all of Edinburgh Rugby's games this season. Scotland scrum coming under pressure, but we'll reset. French crowd certainly enjoying this one. In the sunshine at Stade Maurice Trélu. The Scottish side will certainly not be used to the heat that they'll be experiencing down there today. Poppy Fletcher, Imogen Spence and Captain Megan Hyland in the front row for Scotland, up against Mylis Mailagi, Alina Folitu and Amalia Bazola. Again, the pressure comes on from France. Not driving straight, penalty awarded to Scotland. Chance for the visitors. Another foray into French territory. Poppy Mellenby finds touch just on halfway.
Blue?
Captain Megan Hyland. Another Glasgow Warrior. This is club rugby with Heriots, looking for Charlotte Russell in the middle of the Scotland line out, but not taken cleanly, but it's in Scottish possession. Russell involved again. Love to Mellenby as the French defence race up. Scotland almost getting outside them there. Couldn't get that last pass away. Millie Warren caught just behind the gain line. Emily Love has to go in and secure possession. Back in at scrum half as through the middle comes Anna Danielle. Forces the knock on. And every time Scotland have the ball, they're going backwards in the face of that fast French defence.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. Yeah. The next one. Next one. That's it. Coach. Fine.
Lilou Peruso feeds the French scrum. Scotland trying to apply pressure, but away go France down that left-hand side. Intricate play on the back division. Garance Merrill involved. Jade Gamon takes the ball into contact. Away goes Merrill. Was she in for the third try? Her opposite number, Poppy Mellenby, in on the tackle. France just short. It's lifted up now to Anaïs Peralez over the try line, but held up. Great defence by Scotland. Again, France. That sweeping backline move from the scrum. Garance Merrill involved initially, and then on hand to take a second pass, racing away.
Behind.
Stopped just short by Poppy Mellenby. France denied a third try by solid Scottish defence, but how long can they hold out for? France back inside the 22, and again Garance Merrill out into the midfield, and Charlie Goya. Good ball here for France. Merrill back in position. Uses Marie Bouchardot. Starting in the second row today. Merrill pulling the strings, looking for spaces. Third time with hands on the ball in this phase of play. Peruso Scotland under the pump. Merrin Gunderson with the tackle. Peruso has to go digging. Treguet in at first receiver. Scotland have to get themselves round the corner quickly. France looking to drive over the line. They're there. They have scored the third try. It's just the power of the forwards. Scotland were running out of defenders. Will be looked at. The ball dropped. It's just the power, and again it's Miley Smilagee who opened the scoring after 2 minutes, who gets her second try. Pace of the French back division, the power of the forwards is proving too much for the Scotland defence in the early stages of this game. Charlie Goya again raises the flags, and it's France 21, Scotland 0 with 14 minutes played. Still a huge amount of work for Miley Smilagee to do here through the tackle of Scarlett down. Three Scottish defenders could do little about the power of the French loose-head prop. 2 tries to her name, Alice Grantome with the second try, and here's our first look at Elig Treguet, who scored 3 tries against Wales. That's lovely play, slicing through the middle of the Scottish defence again. It's Goya holding on the deck. Scotland survive, win themselves a penalty. Lovely short passing by France again, and Treguet with the initial burst, but here go Scotland. Emily Love again. Scotland just struggling for ideas as they're forced backwards again by the French defence. Love to Russell. Back inside by Lucy Finch. Love again, Mellenby. Oh, it's a lovely break by the Scottish fly half.
Off the head.
She sensed the French defence racing up outside her. Went for the gap, but the ball's been won. It's the try scorer Milagee who plays scrum half. Garance Merrill pops up out wide. Tackled by Imogen Spence. Again, France running hard into the heart of the Scottish defence. Goya, she's players outside. Treguet couldn't take the ball from her inside centre. And again, Scotland awarded the penalty. Treguet wearing 15, started at outside centre last week, showing her versatility. Charlie Goya with the headgear on, wearing 12. 3 successful conversions. Tries, 2 for Miley Smilagee, 1 for Alice Grantome. They scored 12 in total in that victory over Wales in Cardiff a fortnight ago. Scotland struggled against England, but they played some nice rugby. 2 tries, as we said at the start, for Nicole Flynn. See them just holding the ice packs on their heads and necks. Mentioned the heat, difficult conditions. You're not used to them, certainly.
Scrum? Scrum? Oh. It's a penalty. Yeah. Fouls back on.
Poppy Mellenby finds touch from the penalty, so it'll be a Scotland line out. Which didn't work perfectly the last time. They did win possession. Again, it's Charlotte Russell who will walk in last. I suspect will be the target. Race to the front, yes, and then move back. It's Russell who takes the ball, but France went up and challenged the ball, and the throw wasn't straight.
Come on, line out.
So France with the option, scrum or line out. They've opted for the line out. And Scotland, line out not functioning perfectly in the early stages of this game.
Yeah. Just stand in.
Alina Follitu goes long. It's the French line out misfiring. It's her opposite number, the Scottish captain Megan Hyland, who snaps up possession on the Scotland 10-metre line. Love. Lifted up again to Emily Love. Scotland have numbers out wide if they can get the ball there. Again, the Scottish support just a little slow in getting to the breakdown. France in, winning a penalty, and they look to strike again. Anaïs Peralez, the blindside flanker, striding into the 22. Garance Merrill, she has Grantom outside her, and Grantom now will go in for a brace. Dives over in the corner. And France scoring almost at will. It's 2 for Grantom, 2 for Maëlys Mailagi. And France lead by 26 points to 0.
Okay for the work done up, so I don't see.
Anaïs Peralez hits the ball away under pressure, lifted over the top by Merrill into the hands of Anamon Dalalua, who gives the scoring pass to her winger. Lovely French play again, passing under pressure. It's the most difficult conversion attempt of the day for Charlie Goya. 3 metres in from the right touchline, catches that nicely, but the flags stay down. Played the first quarter of this match, France leading by 26 points to 0. Anamon Dalalua, the Grenoble outside centre, giving the scoring pass to Grantom. French support certainly enjoying this one.
It's a knock-on offside, a knock-on or in Dutch as well. But no.
Captain, it was a knock-on into touch. You want touch or the scrum? Oh, touch.
So knocked on, you would hear the explanation from the referee there. Knocked on into touch, so France again given the option of a scrum or line out. Opting for the line out, which was overthrown in the last attempt. Alina Follitu again, this time goes to the back and accurate with the throw. Can be taken cleanly by Charlie Goya, the pass from Merrill. Scotland handed possession on halfway, unable to make anything of it. We'll come back for the scrum.
Let's go, go. Second. Go on. Coach.
It's a good attacking position here for Scotland centre field
Fine.
on the French 10-metre line.
Tight.
Erin Gunderson, addition to the side at number 8 today. Scotland
Behind the scrum. Behind the scrum.
awarded the penalty. Emily Love looking to play quickly. Feeds the ball up to Gemma Thompson. On to Erin Gunderson, crashing into contact, taken down by Miley Smilaghi. Scotland with rare possession inside the French half. Charlotte Russell into contact. Scotland again just a half yard slow to get to the breakdown. That's something that they'll want to look at. Imogen Spence, the loose head, the tight head prop.
No.
A scrap at the breakdown, but it's there again for Love. Out the back to Mellenby. Is to lift that ball over the top, and France perhaps a little short of defenders out there, managing to shut down Lisa Brown. Love again goes to the right. It's Emily Norval. Comes in on the right wing today. A tip pass under pressure by Scarlett Down. Couldn't be handled cleanly.
No.
France with a knock-on advantage. Scotland defence again just slightly narrow here, but managed to slow that ball down.
No.
Charlotte Russell in.
Leave.
Has to leave it, but she's done a good job there of slowing possession. Here's the Scotland defence to get organised. However, they've left the gap at the side of the breakdown. Clean through
Number 12.
goes Marie Marlon. The referee will bring play back for a penalty. The Leon number 8 thought she was clean through there. A lovely inside pass from Perusso into the hands of Marlon. Packed stand. Solid French defence, and Scotland trying to give themselves a bit more depth and more time, but I think the referee has lost patience here. The first yellow card shown. It's to the try scorer, Miley Smilaghi.
Off feet. Touch? Going touch? Hands off.
As you can see, Scotland is feeling the pressure from that French defence, giving themselves a bit more space and time. Perhaps again just invites France to come racing forward even more.
Gianna? Yes.
Gianna Vilhone, the referee.
Scotland take out, but it was not. It was really after the ruck, so I didn't call you. But okay, on number 8, but just a word maybe.
Let's go, ladies. Let's go.
Players taking every opportunity to
Ladies, let's go.
take on water. The referee wants the game to keep moving.
Let's go. What off? Yeah.
Restart with that Scotland penalty. Poppy Mellenby will again take play into the French half. Gets good distance on her kick, Mellenby. Product of a bigger rugby club, Edinburgh University. Playing for Glasgow Warriors, captain Megan Hyland, the hooker. Again, that ball intended for Charlotte Russell, but France get up first, but it's ended up in the hands of Russell. And Scotland inside the 22 for the first time in the game. Can they strike? Looking for their first try. Love goes to the left. It's a loose pass.
11 offside, blue 11 offside. It's fine.
No impact.
Relayed into the referee. Oh, it's Crontom offside, but referee happy for the line out. No penalty.
Very clearly.
Scotland
2 meters.
unable to make anything of that visit into the 22. Fortuitous to win the possession. I lost it at the line out. And clean through the defence. They go again. This time it's Anamon Talalua, the Grenoble centre, still going. Looks for support, finds the captain, Lou Robom, taken down. Oh, lovely pass inside to Lilou Peduso. That's wonderful play again by France. Striking from their own 22. It was Talalua who made the initial break. Captain Lou Robom on hand in support. And a wonderful offload out of the tackle to Lilou Peduso. We'll see it here from front on. Clean through the centres went Talalua. The open side flanker Robom on hand as the tackle was made by Hannah Smith. The offload to Lilou Peduso.
Good one.
And the scrum half goes over for the 5th French try. Charlie Goya accurate once more. 4 conversions, just the one missed. A look at it here, untidy line out. Snapped up by Elina Foliciu. Still inside the 22. Clean through goes Anamon Talalua. Lovely balanced running, looking round for support. She had options both sides. Goya on her left, opted to give it to her captain Lou Robom. Look at that offload, wonderful from the Toulouse captain. Like any good scrum half, Peduso on hand to take the scoring pass.
Stop, it's okay.
Joanna, substitution for the yellow card. 8 is out. 8.
Yeah.
France have been forced into a change here with the scrum. Remember, Miley Smilagui is on the naughty step, having been shown a yellow card. Opted to take off Marie Marlon, the number 8. Like a change in the front row. Scotland infringing again, and once more it's Anamon Talalua showing her skills. Starting in 13 today and weaving her way through goes Garance Merrill. Again, it takes 3 Scots to bring down the fly half. There's numbers out wide. It's Peduso, the try scorer. It's France once more up to the fringes of the Scotland 22, and again there's numbers out there. On pass, trying to get outside the Scotland defence. And Emily Norville trying to cling on. Hannah Smith in on the tackle. Flag goes up about 6 metres out from the Scotland try line. Scotland will have to be secure here. They've struggled at the line out. Megan Highland, the captain, for the easier option at the front. Not taken cleanly. It's won by Scotland, but it was knocked on. As Imogen Spence tried to tidy up.
That's a knock-on. Knock-on.
That gives possession to France. Very dangerous position. The scrum still high-powered. Scotland will perhaps look to put pressure on here.
Coach! Five! Six!
Referee not happy with the engagement. You can see Scotland trying to win the upper hand on the set. Perhaps sense this is their best opportunity to defend this, put pressure on the French scrum. Dangerous back division lurking out to the right.
Coach! Five!
France 33, Scotland 0. About 8 minutes left to play in this first half.
We can't do this the whole day. Wait for my call.
Coach! Five!
Third attempt at the scrum. Lou Robaume, the captain, has switched round to number 8. Marie Morlong making way quickly away from the scrum out into the midfield. Charlie Goyard tried to give the inside pass to Gamon or
You have to tap the ball.
Anaïs Peralez. I think perhaps the intended target. Either way, Scotland survive, awarded the penalty. Mellenby doesn't catch that one quite as she would have hoped, but finds a safe touch just outside the Scotland 22. Now, what can Scotland do to try and sort out these line-out woes? Megan Hyland again looking for Russell, this time takes the ball cleanly at the top. Much better by Scotland. Back to Mellenby. Through Scottish hands to Lisa Brown, the outside centre. Emily Love senses there might be space outside. A bit untidy, but it's still with Scotland. It's been knocked on by France.
Advantage?
Knock-on advantage here for Scotland. Spence with the tip pass. No, it was a high tackle, in fact. Penalty advantage. Emily Love not hanging around, looking to play quickly inside the Scotland 22. Meryn Gunderson into contact. There for Love again. The flat pass this time. Thumping tackle by Anamon Talalua. Trying to disrupt the breakdown. There was Amalia Bazola. It was Megan Hyland, not that right wing. Scotland again struggling to get outside of their 22, and in fact will stop for an injury to one of the Scottish players. Scotland certainly showing a willingness to play with ball in hand anywhere on the pitch. Just struggling.
That tackle was good. She just she took it to ground on her back. So it was just a hard hit on the ground, but it was a normal tackle. Okay. The only one that was high was the one I gave the penalty for.
I've just noticed it earlier as well, so I'm just a bit concerned. I didn't know that was on the edge.
Hyland
that's perfect.
just
So
questioning
that was just
the
flush
referee about
contact.
some of the French
That's why it was
tackles.
a penalty only, but I'll definitely keep an eye out.
Thank you so much.
Scotland struggling to find any gaps in the French defence.
Yeah, she went hard. She went hard on the back, I know. Plant a substitution. Yep.
G.
Is she gonna play? Okay. Yep.
G. Agree with you. It was a really good dominant tackle.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. We took the 1 minute.
Hear the voice of
that's
television
fine.
match
So it's
official
1 minute.
Jerry Davis of the Welsh Rugby Union. They're just confirming the thoughts of Gianna Vilhone that
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
a perfectly legal tackle. So 5 tries for France. Miley Smilagui after only 2 minutes. And Alice
Yeah,
Granton,
sure. Yes.
that lovely run down the right touchline.
David, you can move for the
The same 2 players with the 3rd and 4th try. Miley Smilagui hovering over
Move to Gladeville because you stop here.
Granton with the 4th.
Play.
And then scrum half, the
As
pick of the
in
bunch,
line.
Pedusseau,
As you, okay, there.
Zanamon, Alalua
Yeah.
broke from the French 22.
Thank you, Dorian. Mark?
So 5 minutes left to play in this first half. Stade Maurice Trelou in the southwest of France.
Thumbs back on. Crouch.
France back up to a full complement of 15. Miley Smilagui back in the front row. Marie Morland takes a place again at number 8, and well, you can see the difference that's made. The power of the French scrum. And off go France, the quick tap, and again it's Talalua showing her strength. Scarlett Haddo goes in to help with the tackle. There's space over France down the blind side. It's Garance Merrill. Scotland tried to bundle her into touch. Still there for France. Charlie Goya did well to keep the ball in the field of play. The flag goes up. It's Garance Merrill, who was almost through.
Line shield, Scotland. Pink line.
Clever play by Charlie Goya. He realised that 3 Scotland defenders trying to force Merrill into touch went round out of the field of play and tried to keep the ball infield. Eventually Scotland forcing a line out for themselves deep in their own territory. It's Merrin Gunderson with the carry. Scotland is 2 metres out from their own goal line. Scarlett Haddo, Stirling County and Edinburgh Rugby left wing with the carry. Well, Scotland trying to go outside the French defence. There were 3 players lurking out wide, but they couldn't get the ball there. France have got themselves across, reorganised the defence. Scotland put boot to ball. Looking for a kind bounce, but it goes into touch. Ellie Treguet, not seen too much of her.
No, 14.
The quick throw. Certainly France would like to see more of their fullback. Started at 13 last week. Off they go again. Garance Merrill is teasing the Scottish defence.
Go. 2 minutes left, let's go.
Knock on
Yeah, Mark.
by France. The referee indicating we have 2 minutes left in the first half.
Coach. Coach. Fine.
French drove Scotland almost off their own ball. It's come squirting out the back of this scrum. Snapped up by Anaïs Peralez. And then Scotland not rolling away. Still come France. The referee not happy with where the penalty was taken from. It's 2 scrums in a row that will have caused concern for Scotland. It's driven back at the rate of knots and as the ball came squirting out the back.
Joanna,
Anais
2
Peralez, the
minutes.
first to react. Lilou Peruso trying to take the quick tap, not from the correct spot, so we'll come back again for the French penalty. Perhaps their last chance in this first half to add a sixth try. Led by 40 points to 5 at half time, a fortnight to go against Wales at Cardiff Arms Park. Looking to go in at half time here,
Okay, hold off.
leading by 40. Scotland defence strung across their own goal line. What France got in store here.
Okay, time's back on. Right.
Shifting to the left, Peruso in behind, switch of play. Well, looking for a hat-trick is Miley Smilaghi. She's over the try line. Can she get the ball down? She can indeed. 3 tries for Miley Smilaghi. Refreshed after that yellow card. Powerful at the scrum. Powerful with ball in hand.
Okay.
Drives over for the 6th French try. Nice play by France. Switching play from left to right. Still had a lot to do again. Milaghi, as she went over the line backwards, had the strength to twist, get the ball down. Charlie Goya looks to take the score up to 40. Catches that one nicely. Up go the flags. Still have time to play. Another look at it here. Looking like they were going to the left. Switch of play to the right. Again, plenty of Scottish defenders in there, but just can't cope with the power of those French forwards. In particular, Milaghi, Bordeaux Loosehead, another one of the players who featured in the 2024 meeting between the sides in the Under-20 Summer Series. It's in Parma in Italy. Another penalty to France. Quick tap by Peruso, and off goes Elie Treguet. Oh, it's taken most of this half to see the fullback stretch her legs out in open space.
Joanna, your time.
We're into added time at the end of the half. Can France strike again up into the Scotland 22? Peruso on hand. Lovely tip pass to Anais Peralez. Oh, the offload. Can she get a 4th try? Miley Smilaghi can hardly believe her luck. Takes the offload. And the Loosehead prop. 4 tries in 40 minutes. Treguet looking for support. Found it in the shape of Garance Merrill. Kept the ball moving. Smilaghi involved there. It's back on her feet to run that support line. France took play out to the wing. Peruso, and that lovely tip pass and the angled run by Anais Peralez. France keeping the ball moving beautifully, and Milaghi, who made that carry, got herself back to her feet and on hand to take the scoring pass. Goya accurate again with the conversion. And the referee blows the draw close to the first half here in round 2 of the Six Nations Women's Under-21 series. Stade Maurice Trélu. It's France who have dominated proceedings.
Yeah.
the first try after only 2 minutes, and they have never looked back. Incredible. 4 tries for the loosehead prop, Miley Smilagee. And we can see her first try here. Takes the pass from Peruso, 3 metres out, and drives her way through 3 Scottish defenders. Little that Scarlett Down or Hannah Smith could do to stop the loosehead prop. And then from the under pressure scrum, away again to Peruso, who fed Alice Grantham. 3 Scottish defenders there, but powerless to stop the pacey winger. And after only 4 minutes, France led by 14 points to 0. Beautifully timed pass by Peruso to put her winger outside Scarlett Haddo. And once again, it was Miley Smilagee. Break initially by Garance Merrill. Couldn't quite get to the try line. Peruso on hand, fed the ball up to Anaïs Peralez. Good Scotland defence holding up the France blind side. France wouldn't be denied for long. The ball picked up by Miley Smilagee. Again, just showing her strength, dragging defenders over the try line. Norval in there trying to do her best. A winger against a prop. Nothing she could do. And it was Grantham again. The ball lifted over the top by Merrill, finding Alice Grantham in space. That was France's 4th try after only 19 minutes. The pass there from Peruso to Marie Morland, but France shown a yellow card at this stage. Untidy line out. I think this was probably the pick of the tries in the first half. It was Anamon Talalua after the ball had been tidied up by Elena Follitu, breaking upfield. Found support from her captain Lou Robaume. Just look at this offload. It's the tackle made by Hannah Smith. Finds her scrum half, Lilou Peruso, who went over for the 5th try. The angle of the outside centre. Timed the pass perfectly. Hannah Smith working hard to get back and make the tackle, but Peruso diving over. Scotland doing their best, but struggling to get any go forward with ball in hand. You can see the thumping tackle there on Imogen Spence. Trying to find space out wide. Megan Hyland, the captain, popping up on the wing. Spence down, receiving some treatment, so the referee called a halt to proceedings. And then the tap penalty, switch of play. Miley Smilagee again on hand to power over for her 3rd try, her side's 6th. managing to spin down and dot that ball over the try line. Bobby Fletcher doing her best to keep her opposite number at bay. France weren't done yet, and at the time at the end of the half, Anaïs Peralez bursting into the 22, and then Maëlys Mailaghi, who else on hand to take the scoring pass? Eilive Tréguet, the fullback. I'd certainly like to see more of her in the second half. I'm not sure Scotland will. They do so keeping things moving quickly. Taking play out wide. And the tip pass. The angle of Anaïs Peralez. Lovely offload. Maëlys Mailaghi, I think it is fair to say, will have enjoyed the opening 40 minutes here at the Stade Maurice Trélu. So there we go, France dominating that first half. 7 tries, 6 of them converted by Charlie Goya. And they lead at half-time by 47 points to 0. So we'll take a short break here. You can join us again in around about 5 minutes for live second half action the southwest of France in the Six Nations Women's Under-21 series. So France back out on the field of play, ready for second half action. This afternoon's match in round 2 of the Six Nations Women's Under-21 series. Seven tries to the good. Out comes Scotland. Just some stats from that first half. Actually, Scotland had 57% of possession, but France with 70% of territory. 72 carries, making 623 metres. Impressive stuff. 13 line breaks, 29 defenders beaten. That just tells you how dominant the French attack were in that first period.
Going right. Just wait. Wait. Okay.
I'll bring you any changes to the sides just shortly, but it's Scotland to get the second half underway. Millie Warren with the kick, France with first possession in this second half. Garros Merrill slinging the ball out into the midfield, and the unstoppable Miley Gee, scorer of 4 tries in the first half. And there's one change. It's Aris Renaudin, La Rochelle fullback. Is on. Looks like she plays in the left winger, perhaps at fullback. Scotland though with possession. It's on their own side of halfway. Almost making the break. There was Hannah Smith, but it's been lost forward. Won by France. Ball goes into touch. No advantage coming. We'll have our first scrum of the second half.
Knock on by blue, so it's for yeah.
It's actually knocked on by France, so it will be a Scotland scrum.
Yeah.
No change in either front row. Last few scrums in the first period. France overpowering Scotland. Scotland will look to just get this ball in and out quickly. Emily Love, scrum half.
We said not the gap, no enter. No.
Just came back out the tunnel, so we will reset.
No throw in.
So the ball comes into the tunnel.
Put the ball into the tunnel. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Again, you can see Scotland will be under pressure at the set piece. Struggled at scrum and line out. There's a big crowd here in the sun at Stade Maurice Trélu in Tarbes. Megan Highland, Scotland's captain, in the middle of that front row. Well, they'll be relieved to be awarded the penalty there. And away goes Millie Warren, stabs that ball through. It's been picked up by Garros Merrill. Had an excellent first half. Feeds Justine Augier. Slightly untidy opening to this second period. France leading 47 points to 0. The sides met only once in the Under-20 Summer Series back in July of 2024. It finished Scotland 10, France 67. Stadio Sergio Lanfranchi in Parma, Italy. As we mentioned, 10 of the players, 6 on this French side, 4 on the Scottish side, featured in that game 2 years ago. Scotland just about holding firm, trying to get that ball away. It's Meryn Gunderson. Next play off to the left. Lost its kick through by Lilou Peruso, and Scotland back now on their own 10-metre line, deciding to put boot to ball, finding space in behind Garance Merrill, and that's a good kick. Just keeping France back in their own territory at the start of this second half. Elena Folletiu, the Toulouse hooker, 7 Toulouse players in the starting side for France today.
They clearly 2 meters.
Going long again. Doesn't find the target. It's been won by the Scotland captain Megan Hyland. Emily Love comes back to our Watsonians clubmate Charlotte Russell. So just a little slow
Knock on.
for Scotland, not quite set up in attack. And it's resulted in a knock-on French possession, and Lilou Peruso spots space in behind. It's just about the bounce of the ball. And it was chased by Iris Renaudin. The La Rochelle fullback couldn't get there, but it was a 50-22. A wonderful kick by Lilou Peruso.
Quantify tackle.
France playing quickly with a penalty advantage for a high tackle. Peruso into contact. Renaudin acting as scrum half. Back to Merrill, looking for space, crossfield. It's a beautifully weighted kick, snapped up by Jade Gamon, who dots down. But that one belongs to Garance Merrill with the vision. Weighted her kick beautifully. The Jade Gamon. Merrill with the headgear. She knew exactly where the space was. And Millie Warren was just too far away to get there to make the tackle. And that's her first try of the second half. It's taken 6 minutes, but it is an absolute cracker. Lilou Peruso with the 50-22, and then her halfback partner Garance Merrill with the vision to find her winger.
Yeah.
It's Lilou Peruso who will now take on kicking duties. The scrum half, 10 metres in from the touchline, just past the left hand upright.
For Scotland.
Thank you. Claps.
Another look at it there. Jade Gamon in space. The kick of Garance Merrill. France 52, Scotland 0. Scotland making changes. It's the visitors in possession. Armand Dalalua putting pressure on in defence. Scotland again very deep, trying to give themselves time and space to get outside the French defenders. Someone's lost the boot, but play goes on. A rush tip pass. Scotland do well to retain possession. Looks like a change at half-back for Scotland. Katie Ainsworth on. Played almost all of her rugby up till now for Stirling, for Glasgow, and the Celtic Challenge at fly half, but in a bit of an experiment within Scottish rugby. She's now covering scrum half, training with the national squad, but dropping down as one of the handful of players who are over 23. The sides are allowed to play. Had a bit of experience in helping their transition towards the senior squad. Break it play in for some treatment to Poppy Fletcher. Scotland will be happy just for another breather. Under the pump for almost all of that first half. Conceding 7 tries.
Let's go.
Change
Pass back on.
at scrum half for France. Justine Ogier, the Grenoble scrum half, who scored a hat-trick against Ireland back in the 2024 Under-20 Summer Series. Takes over from Lilou Perousseau. Put in an excellent shift in her 48 minutes, picked up at the base by Marie Morlong. And Garance Merrill, who's been at the heart of everything that France have done well. Still powering forward as Élig Tréguet finds support, and up into the 22 goes Justine Ogier. Oh, and clean through, Anaïs Perelez strides to the try line. France just not allowing the Scottish defence to reorganise. Once they have them on the back foot, keep the ball moving. Garance Merrill, Justine Ogier, Élig Tréguet all involved, but it's Anaïs Perelez who profits from their work through the Scottish defence. It's the blindside flanker with the French side's 9th try. Aris Renaudin makes no mistake with the conversion.
Joanna, substitution 8 blue. 8 blue, you can go.
Both changes, both sides. Maren Gunderson making way with number 8 for Scotland. Misha Sutcliffe on, wearing 16 for Scotland, taking over from captain Megan Hyland, but it's France again in possession. Ogier, Élig Tréguet getting herself more involved in the game. Right to Jade Gamon, scored from the crossfield kick by Garance Merrill, and France almost unstoppable now. Marine Kazmierczak. Again up to the Scotland 22. Merrill, Talalua. There's numbers queuing up out wide for France, but clean through the middle goes Amalia Bazola. And Oyana Tombelmont, the Bordeaux hooker, is just on the field of play. Goes over under the posts. France irresistible. Forwards and backs combining. Merrill, calm head, she knew the spaces out wide, but
Okay.
France powering through the middle. Bazola, and then the offload. Rihanna Tombelmont. And all you can do is admire wonderful French play. Again, successful conversion. Bazola, and again with the offload. France refusing to die with the ball. There's always someone on hand in support. And this time it was Rihanna Tombelmont. So France 64, Scotland 0. Merrill with the short pass. Ogier, new partner at half back, couldn't be taken by Anna Danielle. Scotland with something to celebrate. Job for Scotland here will be the ball away from the scrum under huge pressure
Number one.
from the
You
French
can.
pack.
Yeah, number one for
Number
Scotland.
one, sir.
It'll be Fletcher making way for Tali Tawaki. Watsonians and Edinburgh Rugby loose head prop.
Comes back on.
I've got you two, let's go.
Coach.
Bye!
To Ainsworth. That's a better Scottish scrum. Mary Gunderson still in there wearing 8. Gets the ball away. And Scotland going wide looking for space.
No
Through
crime.
Millie Warren. Oh, knocked on in contact. Frustrating for Scotland because that was a better scrum. Looking to put pressure on the French defence in the wider channels.
I try. Coach. Bye.
Well, this time Scotland putting on pressure at the scrum, but France playing away quickly. Merrill, the wrap around, slings the ball out wide to Jade Gamon, and off she goes up the left touchline. It's taken down well by Emily Norval. It's still France in possession, just on their side of halfway. Ogier, Perlet, still going. It's been a strong showing from the France blind side. Oh, that's a lovely pass by Miley Smilagui. Finds Oyana Tombelmont, and off France go again. The return pass to the hooker from Elie Tréguet. It all came from the pass of Milagui. 4 tries in the first half. And through goes Garance Merrill. And nobody deserves a try more than the French fly half. She has been excellent. In the opening 56 minutes, she's rewarded with a try. Throws the dummy. Tali Tawaki couldn't quite get there.
to you.
A real carnival atmosphere here. Stade Maurice Trelou. This time it's Aris Renaudin. Again, the conversion attempt. Assistant referees had a good, long, hard look at it, but they raised the flags. Some lovely interplay just in the lead up to this between the forwards, in particular Miley Smailagui and Oyana Tombelmont, the replacement hooker. But it's the backs who strike Garance Merrill in for the 11th try. It's France 73, Scotland 0. Still 22 minutes left to play here. Sueline Tavares Montero
Release!
on now in the back row. Stade Francais player. Oyana Tombelmont has been very busy since coming on wearing 16. Justine Auger again sweeps the ball out. Well, the Scotland defence just don't know where to go, who to tackle now. It's been lost though by France. Scotland inside their 22. Looking to play out from there. Well, it's great work in the tackle by France. Perhaps have another look at that in a second, but Amalia Bazola, the Toulouse tight head, again powering forward inside the 22. Marine Kazmirtak with the pass. In comes Scottish hands. Well, they've won themselves a penalty. Justine Auger appealing that Scotland were legal. A high tackle there. Miley Smailagui shown a yellow card in the first half alongside 4 tries. Thumping tackle again, forces the knock on by Scotland, snapped up by Ailey Treguet. No advantage coming, will come back for the scrum. While of course the French attack has been the focus of these opening 60 minutes. Some of the defence has been absolutely superb. From racing forward, very physical, beating some huge hits. Scotland have certainly been feeling them. There'll be some sore bodies in that Scottish side tomorrow. As the clock just ticks into the final quarter. Everybody again just having a well-earned breather. Scotland forwards still a chat among themselves, but it's hard to know what to do wearing a Scotland jersey today. Such is the strength of that French side. A number of players, that French team, being given their first taste of action at under-21 level today. 4 players added to the bench. Oyana Tombelmont, who we've spoken about a lot since her introduction, wearing 16. Sueline Tavares Montero, Justine Auger, Aris Renaudin.
Okay. Okay. What else?
Oh, there's some that we did.
Left, yes. Camera on.
Interesting to see what happens at this scrum, because France having dominated at the set piece in the first half. In the previous scrum, Scotland seemed to have the upper hand. There have been a number of changes in the front row. France will just look to get this ball away and unleash that back division again. Picked up by Scoreline Tavares Montero. And out wide they go again. Maurice Renaudin wheeling back in field, quick ball for Ogier. It's Tavares Montero who goes very close, just lifts the ball up. It's there for Justine Ogier, the replacement scrum half, who dots down over the try line.
Substitution for number 5 of Scotland for protocol.
Scored 3 tries against Ireland in the Under-20 Summer Series back in 2024. She now has one against Scotland in this Under-21 series. Scoreline Tavares Montero, replacement number 8, wearing 20. We started it all off as she fed the ball from the base of the scrum on hand to carry on the work, and it was lifted up into the grateful arms of replacement scrum half Justine Ogier. Maurice Renaudin again with the difficult conversion attempt from out wide. It's a nice strike. She raises the flags. Excellent conversion. The replacement fullback. France now up to 80. 12 tries equals their tally against Wales a fortnight ago at the Cardiff Arms Park. I suspect their day is not done yet. Here thoroughly enjoying the entertainment being served up by this impressive French side. Elie Tréguier almost through, finds support from Anaïs Peralez. Justine Ogier, Maurice Renaudin has to go in and play scrum half. Tréguier almost through. She has been all afternoon. Anaïs Peralez on hand in support. There she is again, wearing 6. Wrap around back to Ogier. Now there's space out wide as Tréguier into the 22 again, and almost inevitable. Diving over for her hat-trick, Alice Cronthome. A quiet opening to the second half, but pops up out wide to go over for her hat-trick. Elie Tréguier involved, Anaïs Peralez likewise. Wrap around to Ogier, Merrill, and there's Tréguier, times the pass nicely. Coming across Hannah Smith, couldn't quite get to Grandhomme, ASM winger, Clermont. Renaudin again, well, it's on target. Has she got the legs? She has indeed. Another lovely kick. Look at it here. Ogier took the return pass. It's in fact Chloe Vial on, wearing 22, the red headgear. Tréguier, Renaudin, nicely timed passes, creating space for Alice Cronthome out wide. It's France 87, Scotland 0 after 65 minutes. The Stade Maurice Trélu Scotland, perhaps understandably, just running out of steam here in the heat. In the face of this French onslaught, away goes Trégu again, standing up in the tackle, gets the hands free. Still only 18 years old, hard to believe. Made her debut for France Sevens as a 17-year-old, and she is wearing 15, now playing the centres. Off the back of her performance, scoring 3 tries against Wales a fortnight ago, she was elevated to the national squad to train with them. Comes back down to play for the Under-21s today. She has a very bright future ahead of her, Ellie Trégu. Started at outside centre last week. Fullback today is moved forward with the introduction of Iris Renaudin, playing now in the centres. We've seen much more of her in the second half. So about 13 minutes left to play inside the line out. Diana Belmont.
Come on, line out.
Throw not straight.
One line out. Line out.
Given the option of scrum or line out.
Yeah,
Line out. Line out.
Interesting call. The scrum seemed to be holding up well. Previous 2 occasions. The line out hasn't functioned particularly well all day, but
Scotland.
let's see what they can make of this. Around about that Scotland 10-metre line. Well taken by Charlotte Russell. Out to Poppy Mellenby. Again, the French defence coming forward very quickly. It's forcing Scotland back, putting them under pressure. Find themselves inside their 22, Katie Ainsworth. Finds Kat Moody. 2 vice-captains a fortnight ago against England. Kicked long, and that just plays into the hands of France. Racing away, Jade Gamon can't quite get to the try line. She's done well to keep the ball in the field of play. Oh, that's lovely play again by Justine Augier. Slings the ball back in field, and on hand, Marine Kazmierczak. Replacement second row, La Rochelle player. It's that ability to offload the ball out of the tackle. It's the kick by Scotland. Chloe Vial feeding the ball out to Camon. Stopped just short, keeps the ball in. And then look at this.
All clear.
And the tackle from Justine Augier. Lovely play. Marine Kazmierczak, the latest try scorer for France. It's Renaudin again. Brings that one round beautifully. It looked to be fading past the left hand upright, but straightened itself up. Adds the extras. Another look at the try. The replacements combining. Well, it was Chloe Vial, carried on by Jade Gamon. Justine Augier. Again, the left-handed offload. Marine Kazmierczak.
No trick. Yes, Jenny. What are we looking at?
We're looking at head contact by Pink. I'm just getting a number.
Okay, so
Pink 16.
possible head contact from number pink 16.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You can hear Jenny Davis feeding information to Gianna Vilhone to come over to the big screen and have a look at head contact.
Jenny, we're at the screen now.
Right, Alicia Sutcliffe,
These are your best
Scotland's
angles.
replacement hooker. You can see everything we need to see there.
Okay.
Aisha Sutcliffe,
Okay.
Stirling County Glasgow Warriors player.
Jenny, can you please freeze her a point of
There's
contact?
Chloe Vial
Yeah, I'm going to do
released the
that.
pass.
Thank you.
Let's have a listen to the discussion
Okay,
between the
good,
referee
thank you. To your shoulder
and the
blade.
other officials.
And then Jenny, can you please play that to me in full speed?
Coming out.
Thank you.
Okay, going to play it one more time.
Thank you. Okay. So, shoulder trade. I see a high degree of danger. There is mitigation because the ball carrier dips in height. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Good. Jenny, do you agree with those facts?
Yeah, I agree with those facts.
Okay, thank you. Jenny, you can come back to me. I have a decision.
Yeah, it's on you now.
Can you just get me the number, pink number?
Pink 16.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Jenny, so we do have a shoulder to head contact. It is foul play because the tackle is upright. It's the high degree of danger. There is no mitigation. The ball carrier dips in height just before the point of contact. So it will be a yellow card to pink 16.
So Aisha Sutcliffe shown a
Number
yellow
16?
card
Yes.
for that tackle on
Captain?
Chloe Vial,
Captain?
escaping a heavier sanction. This does
Okay.
Vial's
You have shoulder to
right
head contact.
foot
It's
went
foul
from
play
her
because she
as
was
she went
upright.
into the tackle.
It's a high degree of danger, but the ball carrier dips in height. So it will be a yellow card.
So she was essentially falling into the tackle, but Aisha Sutcliffe making no attempt to dip into the tackle, stayed upright. And she's shown a yellow card. May well return about a minute at the end of the game, but Scotland for now will have to soldier on with 14. It's been hard enough going with 15 defenders against this French side, who now lead by 94 points to 0. 10 minutes still left to play. Scotland certainly never given up. As we mentioned, they had they had the bulk of the possession in the first half. Just unable to do anything with it
I don't have a clear. I saw outside? Yes.
against an impressive French defence.
Okay. Good back. Up.
Possession now just about even.
Can we get
France
a
with
ball,
49, Scotland with 51. That's what France have done with that possession. It's been wonderful to watch. 14 tries.
Well then, why? Let's go. Yeah.
19 line breaks.
Back on.
Scotland's 0. 36 defenders beaten. It's been a real masterclass from this French team. As we mentioned, favourites coming into the tournament.
Yeah. Touch.
We've seen off Wales, we will see off Scotland here. To travel to England next week, to Bedford. What might be their toughest test so far, but it's Scotland in possession. It's good quick hands by the visitors. Play up to the France 10-metre line.
No.
Swept away by Katie Ainsworth. Again, the options cut off for Poppy Mellenby out wide with the speed of that French defence as she turns to make the pass. There's 3 French defenders there. Can't give the ball, just has to go herself.
There you go.
Scotland would dearly love to score a try here. 7.5 minutes left to play. The yellow card shown to Aisha Sutcliffe. Megan Hyland, the captain, has to come back on the field of play. Finds Charlotte Russell in the line out. Flat pass, strong carry into the heart of that French defence. Katie Ainsworth under pressure, but France offside. Another penalty. Lucy McRae on now there, wearing 22. Shooting for the ball, but just hands it to Poppy Mellenby. Punches that ball into touch. Just on the French 22.
Lines middle. Middle.
That was better by Scotland. Clean ball from the line out. Flat pass out into the midfield. A strong carry. What can they do here? Just overthrown. Looking for Russell again.
Come on, line out. Done.
On 22, Dorian.
Lifters just not quite getting Russell up as they would have hoped there.
Okay.
Wasted opportunity for Scotland possession with France. We've seen how dangerous they can be from anywhere on the field. They will look to strike from their own 22 here. Scotland still down to 14.
Fine.
Only 7 in the scrum here for Scotland. The easiest way out for France would be to win a penalty, but I think they will be quite happy to run from here. Picked up again by Sueline Tavares Montero. France look to go round Scotland with their speed. It's been plucked from there though by Lucy McRae, and it's back with the visitors. Lobbed out towards Meryn Gunderson. As well to retain possession. Charlotte Russell tries to control that one with her feet. It's been snapped up by the impressive Anaïs Peralez.
High tackle.
Referee playing advantage. High tackle out to Anamon Talalua. And here come France, threatening again, just a metre short. They're queuing up out wide. And they don't need to use their numbers out there. Scotland again running out of defenders. And France with the conversion to take the score over the 100-point mark.
Twenty-three.
Maurice Renaudin
Okay.
takes the score up over 100. It's France 101, Scotland 0, and still 4 minutes left to play.
Joanna, 5 minutes.
A rather shell-shocked Scotland side. Still 5 minutes to go here, playing with 14. Gaps opening up everywhere for France. Oh, can they strike again? Oh, lovely pass out the back door, looking for Eilidh Treguet. Has that ball gone forward, or has Treguet scored? A smile on her face tells you the story. has grown more and more into this game as it has worn on. A quiet first half at fullback. It's been very dangerous in this second half when she moved into the centres. Gaps everywhere in the Scottish defence. It's the skills of this French side. Passing out of contact, passing before contact. And that was a Scottish hand that got to that one, so no knock on. Ailey Craig away. Picks up the bouncing ball.
All clear.
Renaudin. Again, with the conversion, let's have a chat about our player of the match. Several players on that French side putting their hands up. Anaïs Peralez wearing 6 and an excellent showing in the back row. Carlos Merrill, when she was on the field, that fly half, pulling the strings, particularly that lovely crossfield kick scored by Jade Gamon. We've got a try of her own. Treguet has grown into the game. Anamon Talalua, the outside centre. Some excellent breaks, but I think with 4 tries in that first half. The loose head prop, Miley Smilagui. It wasn't just the tries. The dominant French scrum is doing her core job well. Working hard, particularly with her 4th try. So the carry, the desire to get back on her feet, and there on hand in support to go over the whitewash. And our player of the match, the France number 1, Miley Smilagui. It's France 106, Scotland 0. A minute and a half left to play. Can Scotland get themselves on the scoreboard? Driven off that at the breakdown again, and then into the side. France will just look to tap quickly. Marine Kazmierczak, one of the try scorers. A loose pass been tidied up by Anaïs Peralez. Justine Ogier. I think Sueline Tavares Montero just took her eyes off that ball, thinking about whether she would pass or carry.
I'm happy.
Another change in the Scotland side. I think that's, in fact, Megan Hyland coming off. It will be Aisha Sutcliffe coming back on. And served her 10 minutes in the sin bin for that yellow card, shown for the high tackle on Chloe Vial.
Ouch.
So last chance for Scotland here. Scrum on halfway. Holding firm.
Joanna, your time. Thank you.
Right into the midfield. France through Ailey Treguet. Nuisance at the breakdown. Into French offside. Far side of the pitch, but play goes on. France contesting the breakdown. Okay, just untidy by Scotland, but it's the pressure that France are applying through that aggressive defence. Hacked off downfield by Scotland. It's looking to chase this ball. And France, well, I thought would be happy just to put that ball out, but no, they're looking for more. And it's Anaïs Renaudin heads off infield, tries to connect with her forwards. Justine Ogier, a quick look to the left. Go to the right. Scotland trying to reorganise again quickly in defence. Stabbed through
21.
by Talalua. It's been regathered by France, lifted up by Ogier. Great work by Talalua with the kick and then winning the ball. Slow to get back to her feet, but on go France. Scotland affecting the turnover. Aisha Sutcliffe just back on following the yellow card. Tali Tawaki hit hard in the tackle. His face Sutherland. Another replacement prop goes into help her front row colleague, Katie Ainsworth. Hacked off again by Scotland, just out of ideas with ball in hand, so deciding that putting boot to ball is the best option and almost working for them. But away come France again. It's been charged down by Scotland. Hear him, scare him stuff. But it could well be France who profit. It's the captain, Lou Robaume, once again showing her offloading abilities, and Alice Grandhomme will go in for her 4th try. Scotland trying to create something, opting for the kick. France running it back. Lou Robaume, not for the first time today, the captain, showing her offloading abilities. Another look at it here. Untidy kick, which almost worked for Scotland, just about the bounce of the ball, but Nerys Renaudin tidied up, had the pace to get outside Hannah Smith. Kicked through, charged down partially by Scotland. Lucky bounce up to Lou Robaume. And then feeds Alice Grandhomme. Still had a lot to do. Lovely footwork outside Lisa Brown. And with the smile on her face, races away to the try line, rounding off the scoring for today. Nerys Renaudin adding the final conversion of the day, takes the score up to 113 France. And there's our player of the match, Maëlys Mailagi, the Bordeaux loosehead prop.
Second half, but
Some fantastic performances throughout that France side.
yeah. Thank you.
French rugby at under-21 level appears to be in a very good place. Crowd in great spirits. And Scotland will feel dejected, I'm sure. They gave their all, they never gave up. They ran out of steam as the game went on. The heat here in the southwest of France. Just the onslaught, relentless from France, and little that Scotland can do, but they will regroup and they'll be back home at Hive Stadium next week. An outstanding performance by this young French side. "17 tries in total, 7 in the first half, a further 10 in the second period." Eilidh Treguet, they're wearing 15, played in the second half outside centre, still just 18 years old, a Toulouse player. We'll see a lot more of her in the coming years. Scotland, they will learn from that.
Yeah, she did. Thank you.
They will look forward to returning to Scottish soil next week. Maëlys Mailagi there, wearing 1. But let's have a look at the second half tries, and it was the vision of Garance Merle, who's certainly in the reckoning for player of the match. I thought she had an excellent showing. She saw the space, weighted her kick beautifully. Come on, going over 6 minutes into the second period. And it was a try every 3 or 4 minutes. A lovely tip on by Marine Kazmierczak to Anaïs Peralez. It's the pick of the back row, I thought, alongside her captain Lou Robaume and Marie Morlong, the French international. She gave a very good account of herself. Oyana Tombelmont, wearing 16, heavily involved in the action after entering the fray. Merle again, feeling Amalia Bazola fighting through contact. As I mentioned regularly in commentary, France with that ability to keep the ball moving, get it out of contact, pass before contact, and always somebody there to take a pass. Merle again, deserved the try. Throws the dummy, accelerates through the gap. She's perhaps another one to watch for the future. Justine Ogier there coming on for Lilou Perousseau at scrum half. It was Ogier with the next try. Scrum half. It's the dart through the gap at the side of the breakdown. Head up. She knew the gap was there. Through the dummy. Wrap around as France tried to go wide. The replacement, Chloe Vial, replacing Merle, but they sensed the space was wide. Lars Grandhomme going over for her third try. She wasn't done yet. She might be wondering what you have to do to get the Player of the Match award. So many possibilities on this French side. Passed by Tréguet. And then Renaudin. Right into the path of Grandhomme. And then Scotland, I think, unsure what to do in the face of this French defence. Kicking, just inviting France to come back. Jade Gamon again, and did well to keep the ball in the field of play, as did Justine Ogier here, lifting the ball up into the path of Marine Kazmierczak. Replacement second row from La Rochelle. Looked for all money like Gamon was in, pushing the ball into the field of play before her feet crossed the whitewash, but it was that offload by Justine Ogier, Grenoble scrum half, as she went to deck. And then the try scorer got involved again, Kazmierczak. Ogier out to Vial. That was Anna Danielle. I didn't pick that one up at the time, and it was the second row, Anna Danielle, who went over. French players queuing up out wide, but France didn't need the extra passes. The second row going over under the posts. They weren't done yet. 2 tries still to come. This one, a lovely pass out the back door. As Ayla Merriweather, Scotland's travelling replacements, added to the bench at the last minute as Gemma Bell was forced to withdraw. Scarlett Down promoted from the bench. Merriweather coming on, trying to get back to make the tackle and win possession. A-League Tréguet on hand, playing it outside centre at this stage to score France's 16th try. They still had time for one more. The kick by Scotland almost working, but Iris Renaudin, and kicking, it's partially charged down, snapped up by Lou Robaume, and again showing her offloading abilities. And Alice Grandhomme showing her footwork and her pace. From around about halfway, she races away for her 4th try. A smile on her face. Confirmation of the full-time score. Here at the Stade Maurice Trelou in Tarbes, it's France 113, Scotland 0. That will hurt Scotland. And as I say, they were up against it, against an incredible French side in the heat of the southwest of France. And they will be looking forward to returning home next week. So the side's back in action in only 8 days, as next Sunday sees the 3rd and final round of the Six Nations Women's Under-21 Series. France travel to face England at Goldington Road in Bedford, while Scotland return home to face Italy at Edinburgh's Hive Stadium. And that's it for our coverage today. I hope you enjoyed the game, and thank you for watching.